Welcome back, everybody. I'm Edward Bilder, and I'm back with some updates on national news to announce that inflation will be the pin that burst this economy. Everything seems to be a little bit backwards right now. The Dow shoots up after inflation data was slightly lower. Total wordplay, so thank you so much, CNBC, for that one. I hope this video helps you prepare for what is coming as the economy continues to break down. I want everybody to come out of the other side of this thing winning and smiling, and I don't want to see anybody suffer out there, okay? A lot of things are happening in the very near future. Evictions are on the rise, prices are on the rise, unemployment is still high, and money is drying up inside of your bank accounts, okay? We have a lot to talk about on today's video, so we're going to get into the stock market, banking, what's happening with the grocery stores, unemployment, and the new $3.5 trillion tax plan to pay for that infrastructure bill, all right? So stay through the end of the video. I'll keep this as short as possible. Before we get into it, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. It's free to do so. This is the place to tune in to get your daily updates on small business and the economy and much, much more. And along the way, learn secrets to earn additional streams of revenue. I talk about this a lot. I actually earn a passive revenue while I'm sleeping. That means I wake up every morning and I find money in my bank account. If you'd like to learn one of my secrets on how I do this, I use Airbnb and real estate. I have a crash course on sale right now in the description. Rush up there and grab it while it is still on sale. And if you'd like to learn how you could partner with me, find me on Instagram and ask about my Zoom calls. Okay, let's get into your updates around the economy here. I want to start out with a brief market update because it shows a picture that's a little bit backwards from what's really happening out there, what's real. The warning signs are out here for us because U.S. stock futures shot higher and turned positive on Tuesday after a slightly lower than expected inflation data report, all right? Total wordplay. The Dow and the S&P did go up, but the NASDAQ went down, and this was after consumer prices rose 5.3% in August. This is a total record high. The market update shot a little higher than expected. However, Jim Cramer is still urging you to keep cash and gold. I announced this yesterday, and I was talking about silver. Remember, silver is expected to go 10 times, all right? So as that $25 an ounce turns into $270 an ounce, if you're holding $10,000 worth of silver, it should expect to yield $100,000, all right? Now, I'm not a financial advisor here. I am telling you some of the things I'm doing, and I'm also grabbing some crypto right now. I'm following some of the words of Cathie Woods. Cathie Woods is trimming back on some of her favorite tech stocks, Tesla to be one of them, okay? Trimming back on Tesla. ARK Invest has announced that they have a 40-60 split in crypto. This is a 40% in US cryptos and a 60% split in Bitcoin. I mean, are you guys ready for what's coming here? I have to ask this question because are you believing what the Fed is saying right now about inflation being transitory? Leave me a message in the comments. We're going to talk about what's happening inside the banking and why I believe that Cramer is taking this position on keeping some cash and some gold, some real money, okay? Because is Wells Fargo in trouble again? Senator Elizabeth Warren urges the Fed to break up Wells Fargo, okay? In a letter to the Fed, the senator of Massachusetts is urging Jerome Powell to break up Wells Fargo banking with its other businesses. She indicated that the Fed has the authority to revoke Wells Fargo's license to operate as a financial holding company, breaking it apart. She believes too much scandal put consumers at risk. This is after Wells Fargo was caught creating fake accounts to look more favorable. And I'll tell you what, banks right now, not just Wells Fargo, if you are banking with Wells Fargo, be careful. But banks right now are preparing to close and seize accounts, okay? They are reducing your credit lines without even announcing it to you, okay? I have some insiders at the banking right now, and this is some of the things that's going on. Now, a low credit score can hurt you right now, okay? And, just a little key trick here, okay? You know how some creditors and some banks offer you that free credit score? They give you your monthly report, and you think, wow, how great. I just click this box, and I can get my free credit report every month if I want to check it. It's really so they could check it on their side, okay? So if you're signed up to all the free credit reports from the banks, it's so that they could also obtain a copy of your credit score to determine what they want to do with your future lines of credits, all right? You may rely heavily on banking right now for your small business, and so you may want to actually get inside of two institutions just in case something goes awry on you, okay? I want to shift over and talk about the jobs market here for a moment because Kroger CEO says hiring is the greatest challenge Kroger needs to fill 20,000 jobs across 2,700 stores. CEO Rodney McMullen announced his biggest challenge is finding employees. Kroger's having a very hard time with this, among with many other retailers. He stated the workforce is having issues with finding childcare. There's a lack of childcare. Let me know if this is happening in your neighborhoods. Leave me a message in the comment. Now, I know childcare prices increased in my neighborhood. I pay for preschool and some daycare, and prices did go up locally for me. I'm in the Northeast Pennsylvania area. Let me know what's happening in your neighborhoods as well by leaving a message in the comments, all right? Now, to help with efforts, Kroger is partnering with Instacart, okay? This comes twofold, all right? They will not have to go out and find these employees. Instacart offers 1099 work. This is gig work, okay? And essentially, they only have to pay them a commission, all right? They're not going to have to pay them an hourly wage to increase the 20,000 jobs that they're trying to fill. So how they're balancing that, I don't know, against their 20,000 jobs, but this is to help efforts of filling the carts, having them available at the front of the stores, and then also doing in-home deliveries. And I want to point out that this is being seen everywhere, finding a shortage of employees. Major retailers are having these problems. Restaurant chains are also struggling as well. And this is why we're seeing this increase of hiring perks. Amazon, Target, CVS, Walgreens, they're offering sign-on bonuses and increases of starting pay. Some of them are even offering to pay for colleges right now. Amazon plans to hire 125,000 employees, paying them an average of $18 an hour. Amazon made the announcement to increase the starting wage to $18 an hour. This includes a $1 raise against the current $17 an hour. Plus, some locations are giving out some sign-on bonuses of $3,000. Now, I want to ask all the small businesses who tune into this channel, can you compete with this? All right, can you compete with increasing $1 an hour all the way up to these $18 an hour? Can you compete with sign-on bonuses? I know many of you are probably struggling right now to find employees as well, okay? Just in my neighborhood alone, there are 4 Amazon fulfillment centers, and they're mostly all controlled by robots, okay? I'm an engineer. I've actually been in these facilities. Much of what they do is they have a robot put in a shelf in front of the picker, and the picker just picks up the item and places it on a little conveyor belt, and off it goes, and it goes off to the consumer. So I'm not clear where the 125,000 jobs are going. They're announcing warehouse and transportation jobs are coming, so maybe they're ramping up for Christmas. I don't know that Christmas will be all that amazing this year. I see it could be a bit bleak, okay, with the supply chain issues. I mean, we see right now 55 ships each day sitting off the coast of LA Port outside of Long Beach, California. And right now you could just see them stacked, waiting to be unloaded, 55 per day, because the ports are having a hard time with transportation and finding employment as well. So let me know in the comments what you think Christmas will look like this year, if you're finding that rising prices will put a limit on your spending for this holiday season. Our buying power right now is being shrunk. We're actually being pulled at both ends, which leads us well into the next topic here, the $3.5 trillion tax plan, all right? Right now, we're seeing that we're being pulled in opposite directions. Prices are on the rise, and less money is going into our bank accounts because of inflation and taxes, and our buying power is being stretched apart, which will lead to us having to make selections and only buying necessities at the moment. House Democrats propose new tax hike to pay for their $3.5 trillion bill. Here are the details, okay? Tax hikes. Dems announce how they will pay for this by finding $2.9 trillion in tax increases over the next 10 years. Not $3.5 trillion. They only found $2.9 trillion. Right now, Joe Manchin is still holding this up. He is the swing vote, holds a lot of power here. He wants to cut this completely in half. He feels it's being completely rushed. They want to have this thing prepared, drafted, and signed by the 27th, all right? He thinks this is way too rushed. He wants to focus on what the people truly need and wants to see where inflation is going. He doesn't necessarily believe that it's transitory at this point in time. I also don't believe it's transitory. I think these prices are here to stay. Why else would Amazon raise their salary by $1? Their starting wage by $1. You can't take that away in the future. It goes up, it stays up. The Democrats' proposal is a 26.6% corporate tax increase, a 39.6% individual tax rate increase. They're going to put a 3% surcharge on individual tax rates above $5 million. That doesn't affect many people, okay? Capital gains will go up to 25%. And there's a lot of plans in here to reduce the tax cuts or reverse the tax cuts that were put in place by the previous administration, by the Republican administration. And what this looks like, okay, this has been proven it will actually take an extra $500 out of the pockets per month of the average family, okay? It saved around $6,000 in taxes for the year, removing $500 from your bank accounts each month, all right? This is where I'm saying we're being pulled at both ends, right? They're reducing the amount of money in our bank accounts, pulling us with high prices, high inflation, everything's going this direction. And oh, by the way, taxes are going up. So everything's being stretched. Your buying power inside of here is being limited. So really, what does that extra dollar from Amazon really do for us? An extra $2,000 a year? Yeah. And, you know, even with the $3,000 sign-on bonus, an extra $5,000 a year, you're still going to be taxed on that money. And it's still going to limit your buying power, okay? So I say keep your dollar and bring inflation back down. So I want to close out with a bit of a softer story today with a question for you. Where in the world is President Biden today? Well, he's in California for the recall election as Gavin Newsom is up for recall of governor of California. Everybody keeps asking what the relation is between Nancy Pelosi and Gavin Newsom. They're related through some kind of brother-in-law. It's like the nephew, but only by marriage. But regardless, President Biden is out there standing by his side to support Gavin Newsom during this recall election. So will the polls show up for Gavin Newsom today or Kevin Paffrath, aka Meet Kevin? I guess the story will unfold for us today, but I'm sure Kevin will break the news to us prior to anybody else. Okay, so stay tuned for updates around that as that unfolds later today. So I don't know who you're voting for, but I wish you all the best of luck. I want to thank you all for tuning in for another video today, and remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications so you can get your updates daily here on small business and the economy. And if you'd like to continue to support the channel and you want to learn how I generate all that passive income while I'm sleeping, go up to the description right now and check out my crash course on Airbnb. One of my methods on using real estate to generate all of that passive revenue. I have my crash course on a sale right now, and it will not last for much longer, where you could get into the real estate game with a $50 bill in your hand, cash flow in 3 business days through Airbnb, earning an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. And when you want to scale that process up, you just simply repeat it over and over again and scale and grow to as large as you wish. You don't have to own the real estate to do this, and there's really no major credit checks to get in this game. So rush up to the description and grab that course while it is still on sale. And if you'd like to learn how you can partner with me, find me on Instagram and ask about my Zoom calls Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also have in the next 2 weeks a B&B bootcamp where you could have personal access to me to start and grow your B&B. Find me on the Instagram and ask about my B&B bootcamp. That's going to do it for today, folks. I wish you all the best, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.